Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for the week of April 26th. We're going to jump right in here, as always, and we are going to take a look at your current general energies in this first row. In your second row, we're going to take a look at what you need to hear the most at this moment. And in your last row, we're going to look at any messages from your guides or your ancestors and also your future self. We're bringing everybody into this reading is what we're going to do here, Libra. At the end, I am going to pull 3 yes or no question cards. So if you have any questions, feel free to think of those questions. I will give you time to think of questions as well. If you don't have any questions, that's okay too, because I'm going to just pull all 3 cards and I'm going to put them all together is what I'm trying to spit out here. And we will be looking at everything all together. If you're wondering, by the way, I'm using this deck right here. It's not on camera, but I'm using the Tarot of the Mystical Moments. You start off here in your current general energies with the Frog Spirit. This card says, clear out the clutter. There does seem to be this energy of, I think last night, by the way, Libra, I'm shooting this video on the 19th. So if you go back and you watch the daily reading for Libra for the 19th, I'm pretty sure I said something to you about kind of like this energy of needing to clear things out or clean things up. Not to be more clean, although that's a benefit of the energy that I'm getting for you, Libra. I feel that the reason the universe or the energies are asking you to clean at this time is for freedom. It's like there's something here in your first row that we're going to talk about where it's like you're cleaning up so that there isn't a bunch of weight on your back. It's almost like 10 of Wands vibes that I'm getting off of this card. But, 10 of Wands can be a little bit negative, and I don't think this is a negative message. This is a positive thing. It's like you're kind of lightening the load in your life for a specific reason, to make your life easier. You have the 7 of Wands here, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. This is probably why. This is having one single focus is what this is here, Libra. The 7 of Wands is a card of conviction. It's a card of defending your position at the top of the hill, Libra, but it's also a card of kind of conviction. It's a card of knowing that you know that something is right for you. So you could be working on a project, a business, pretty much anything, a relationship, and this is kind of like having that sole focus in your life. I'm kind of feeling intuitively that this is more of an advice row. You even have the Ace of Pentacles, right? And it's like she is solely focused on whatever is growing. Sorry, whatever is growing right here. I can't get my hand right on this. I would be a terrible weatherman, like I've always said, right? But I feel for some of you, it's like something is growing. Like, look, it's like it's taken a long time here for whatever this is to grow, Libra. It's like taking a long time for this to come out of the soil and to pop up, and it hasn't even kind of flowered yet. Something that you are working on. It's like something hasn't even fully developed, but it needs to be made your sole focus. For some of you, I am getting that this is a project. This is going to be something that lasts for a very long time. Look at this. You cannot make this up, Libra. Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Are you kidding me? With the 10 of Pentacles here in this last row. It's like if you're working on a project, a business, or if you're hoping to get a job in a certain field, this to me is like a permanent, something that is going to be permanent in your life. Even the frog here, the frogs represent abundance. So I do feel there's like a lot of abundance coming in for you here. It is going to require work with the Knight of Pentacles. I mean, the Knight of Pentacles is an energy of needing to put the work in. I always say the Knight of Pentacles is kind of like the knight that is willing to just, pick one thing, focus on it, and make it happen. And that's really what this reading is asking you to do. I feel that for some of you, there could be like a little bit of a scattered energy where it's like you want to focus on a lot of different things. But this right here is saying, again, focus on one thing and make it happen. Your whole entire reading is pretty much encouraging you to do this here, Libra. So I would have like a sole focus at this time, and I would just make it happen, whatever it is. So let's figure this out. Let's figure out what this is here, Libra. You have the Ace of Pentacles again with the 7 of Wands. Again, 7 of Wands is committing to one thing. He's defending his position at the top of the hill on the 7 of Wands, but he's also kind of solely focused. He is aimed in one direction. It's almost like you're clearing out the clutter. It's like you're cleaning things up in your life so that you can just laser focus on something that you're trying to manifest in your life. The Eight of Cups, again, walking away from things that no longer serve you. This whole row here is asking you to be very, very efficient this week. This whole row is asking you to focus on one thing. Yeah, you're going to accomplish your goal. The Four of Wands is a card of accomplishing a goal. The Four of Wands represents a finish line. So it doesn't matter what you're trying to accomplish this week. This is an amazing reading, Libra. This is probably one of the better readings I've done for you in a very long time. This reading is just saying if you focus on one thing that you desire to have this week, you will have it. It could be love, could be business, could be health. It doesn't matter. I always say my readings are big picture readings. They're not meant to be just love readings, right? So I feel that there is a lot going on in your life, but at the same time, this first row is saying focusing on one thing is going to lead to the most, kind of like the most benefits for you here, Libra. So I like where this is going. In your next row here, for what you need to hear, what message you need to hear the most at this time, you have the change card. Everybody's getting these change cards. I mean, obviously, we're in a period of change. I always say that, I think what people need to realize about things like the beer bug, right, what we're dealing with, is, yeah, it sucks. Like, don't get me wrong. It's probably one of the worst things any of us will ever have to live through, right? But at the same time, these moments are great for change or creating change. It's kind of like when we are stuck in the squeeze, that's when we can create the most change in our lives. And that's what I'm getting for you here, is it's like you're almost being pushed out. You're not being forced to do anything here, Libra, and I feel that's kind of like the most important thing here. This is a very kind of gentle energy here in this row because you have the Queen of Cups, which is kind of like a more gentle, lighthearted energy. So it's not like you're being forced to do anything in your life. I feel like you're just being kind of like nudged along to change your life. And so what is this change? Well, you have the Four of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. It's having to do with your stability. Here, the Four of Pentacles is like holding on too tightly to things. What you are realizing here, Libra, is that the things that you have held on to for a very long period of time aren't stable. So for some of you, it's like maybe the whole beer bug situation has made you realize that your job isn't stable, or it has made you realize that certain people in your life aren't stable. And these are the messages I'm getting. It's like you've kind of figured out what things that you've held on to aren't stable in the first place. Kind of like a little bit scary, but also at the same time kind of empowering because you're realizing that you need to create your own stability. King of Pentacles right here. You are realizing that in your life you need to kind of create your own resources. Queen of Pentacles over here as well. And you're realizing that you are responsible for yourself. That's what you're realizing in this row. This is allowing you to like really take care of yourself with the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups can just represent self-nurturing, self-care, all those things. And that's kind of what I'm getting there. I'm also getting that you're looking for kind of things that, I'm getting words that don't matter, but that's not the message. I think what the message here is for you, Libra, is that you're looking for things that are almost like recession proof, right? Like maybe you because of the corona situation, it's like you're thinking to yourself, you know what? I need a job that is going to be recession proof. I need a job that is going to be safe no matter what. For others, this could be like a relationship, and you're starting to look for the type of person who mentally can handle pretty much anything that comes their way. King of Pentacles would be a very stable person. If you're looking for love, there's definitely love here. What I would say is that something needs to change for love to come into your life. So let's look into it here, Libra. And let's see what comes up. Ten of Cups, fortune after difficulty, a lot of happiness, focusing on stability as well. I like this. The Nine of Cups, wishes. In a lot of ways, Queen of Cups with the Nine of Cups is you getting right with yourself first. It is like you learning how to fulfill yourself, you learning how to take care of yourself. It's kind of interesting because like in some of the collectives I've been doing, I've been getting this message that was like self-soothe or something like that, were the words that were popping into my head. And it was like the messages I was getting was that people are learning how to self-soothe. And I was like, what? Who cares? I mean, it's a great skill to have. Don't get me wrong, right? And what's even crazier is I just got a puppy, and well, my brother did, I should say. And he was talking. I did a collective where I was talking about the self-soothing thing. I went home, and my brother said something about self-soothing to me. I was like, wow. I mean, how's that for confirmation? And it was because of the puppy. The puppy was learning to self-soothe or whatever. And it was like weird. And I get that energy here. I'm wondering, intuitively, if it's not really that people are learning to self-soothe. I feel like I feel that's part of it for sure. But I feel you are kind of learning that you need to fill your cups up on your own, and then you can go look for someone who also has full cups. And maybe that's what it is. It's like we're really looking for people in our lives, as far as love is concerned, who already have full cups. We're not looking for people who have empty cups, who have nothing to offer. Yeah, Four of Pentacles again. Definitely a repetitive row is what I would say. For some of you, I feel that this is like I'm getting the word insulation as well popping into my head for some reason. But it's like insulation of love or something. I get weird words sometimes, and I feel that there is a person who's coming in for you here. This person, maybe they make you feel safe or warm or comfortable or something like that, is kind of what I'm getting here. For others, I feel that this is just fortune after difficulty. Ten of Cups is happiness. Again, you're releasing, I get this intuitive message that you're releasing yourself from this Four of Pentacles energy. You're releasing yourself from the need for security. It's like you're creating your own security, if that makes sense, in all areas of your life. This is going to lead to true freedom, true happiness. Ten of Cups. So definitely like that. In your final row here, Libra, for any messages from your guides, you have the Chop Wood card. I do feel this is asking you to get busy. I feel like it's asking you to take action and get moving, like we talked about here. But again, it's like you're needing to focus on one thing. If you can just focus on one thing, you'll be accomplishing quite a bit. You have the Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles here, which is just freaking amazing here with this energy. So I feel your guides want you to be very focused this week. You have the Temperance card, Ten of Pentacles, and Queen of Pentacles. Temperance is popping into my head as love, so it could be a Sagittarius or someone who has Sagittarius in their chart coming in for you here. But again, you have the Temperance card, Ten of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles here. I feel your guides are asking you to kind of bring things into balance at this time. This is really saying, it's really wanting you to work with something. I'm almost seeing like silly putty in my head, like you're like, or clay, it's like you're molding something, playing with something here. So if you're focusing on just getting a business or getting a specific job, like I said, that single focus this week, it's like the Temperance card is saying you're gonna have to like work it. Temperance is pouring wine back, or water, he's trying to turn water into wine on the Temperance card. So it's like you're gonna have to experiment, try new things, and kind of like play around with whatever it is that you're working on. But if you do that, you'll be very successful. Ten of Pentacles right here. So I feel there's a lot of success coming in for you with the Ten of Pentacles, and your guides and ancestors want you to know that. I also feel like I'm getting a couple messages here for pretty much all of you, I should say. It's like I'm getting the words long haul or for the long haul. I feel your guides like want you to work on things that are going to last for a very long period of time. So that's what I would do here with the Ten of Pentacles. I'm also getting something about your state, like your mental state, and I do feel your guides, your ancestors, pretty much your whole spiritual team, right? Squad up is what I would say here, Libra, but I feel like your whole team wants you to keep a positive mental state. It's like there's something here about staying in that positive mindset is going to attract a lot more abundance into your life. Queen of Pentacles, I don't know, for like the past 100 years, you've been getting the Queen of Pentacles with me every single day. So there's definitely a lot of abundance coming in for you here with the Queen of Pentacles. A lot of success as well. Queen of Pentacles is like kind of trying to manifest. I feel like you're kind of figuring out your resources or how to be resourceful with this energy, which is definitely a very good energy. She is resourceful, and that you've been getting that for a very long period of time, that you need to be resourceful. What that means is it's like maybe you need money to do something, but you don't have the money to do something. Queen of Pentacles, uses her hidden talents, gifts, skills, and abilities. She does something to try to get what she is trying to manifest. So I feel some of you are going to have to tap into your resources. Also, divine counterparts here. I mean, look, this is like someone coming in for the long haul. Four Wands, Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. It's like if you're divine counterparts, if you're looking for love, this is definitely someone coming in who is going to be permanent in your life. So I like that. But let's see here, Libra. You have the Strength card here. You have the Three of Wands, and you have the Eight of Pentacles. Definitely very good this is an amazing financial reading, is what I'll say to you, Libra. It's like you working very hard to increase your finances, and I would say that whatever you have been doing, it's clearly going to be working. For others, I feel that it's like you're kind of looking for something permanent. Three of Wands is thinking about the future, looking into the future. Ten of Pentacles is like one of my favorite cards in the deck. Ten of Pentacles to me is everything you want in your life. And so you're kind of like looking at like what you need to work on, what you need to do to, have everything that you desire in your life here, Libra. So this is an amazing reading for sure. Definitely a lot of expansion and growth here. There's really no reason for me to drag this reading out because I feel like it's saying just focus on one thing this week that you're trying to accomplish, whether it's getting a job, getting a business. If you do that, I mean, that's all you need for a successful week is what this reading is saying. We're gonna pull 3 yes or no question cards now, Libra. So we're gonna do 1, 2, and 3 here. Feel free to pause the video if you need time to think of a question. Also, I'm going to be putting all 3 together at the end. For question number 1, you have the Chariot. I'd say yes, definitely a victory coming in for you here. Again, very much fits into whatever you're asking about. I would just say if you make it your sole focus this week, you will be successful. For question number 2, you have the Emperor. I would say yes, I feel like this is a person that you're asking about, but I feel like saying yes. I actually have no advice popping into my head for this card, so I just say yes. And for question number 3, I would say yes, the world. Amazing. Definitely a lot of success for you here. Putting this all together, I feel this is important for all of you, by the way, Libra, because you have the world and the Emperor. This is like about control or control that you're dealing with. The Chariot is also kind of a card of control because the Chariot is normally there are 2 sphinxes on the Chariot, and these 2 sphinxes can represent external things that control us, or things in our lives that are controlling us, or whatever you want to say. So for some of you, this is saying, regardless of what is going on in the world, regardless of what rules are in place, the Chariot says you can still be successful in doing something that you want to do. So, that's what I would say there. Regardless of what's happening, where there's a will, there's a way, right? The Chariot is a card of willpower. Literally just says where there's a will, there's a way. So this is an amazing reading for you here, Libra. I definitely feel there could be a fire sign or an earth sign coming in for you if you're looking for love. It could be any sign, but those are the signs that are standing out to me here. And it does look like, I'd say for those of you that are hoping to get into a relationship where there's marriage, very good. I mean, 7 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, 9 of Cups, to the Queen of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles. It's like someone working very hard towards you in love. Even going this way, Knight of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, Queen of Cups, 9 of Cups, Strength, Temperance. It's like someone's willing to be patient. And so really nice for love. But this is a really good reading in general. I really like what I see. So thank you for being here, Libra. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you this week. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. Really appreciate the support. But thank you, Libra, and definitely enjoy your week.